Life changes on a daily basis. Every minute, every hour, still we try to save it. But I gotta keep moving and making. Happy 'cause Lord knows life is crazy.
I want to update you guys on my knee surgery because as
you got gangrene and they had to amputate.
No.
Scott turned 90 last week.
No. Okay, so you guys know how it happened, but I'll explain it again for the show. So I did not play basketball and I do want to get in and ask you guys about if you had surgeries and how you felt, because I've never had surgery up until this point. I was I was a brick shit house. I did not get injured. It just didn't happen. Aside from my broken collarbone at 12 years old, nothing. Just nothing. Sprained ankle here and there, pink eye, nothing crazy. Swimmer's ear. But
you know how you get pink eye, right?
No, well, yeah, I do, but that's not how I got it.
By looking at people's buttholes.
I was 11.
Scott farts on his own pillow.
Some swimmer's ear here and there, but nothing crazy. You
were looking in some swimmer's rear.
Swimmer's rear. I got swimmer's rear and then pink eye.
Dirty pool.
I didn't play basketball for 21 months at this point because of COVID. I took all 2020 off.
Stop the presses. 21 months.
Wait, how many months are in 1 year?
12.
Hold on. All I picture is you stepping on the court one day with a ball.
You said
step
21.
on a court. Look, you step on a court with a ball in your hand, and then it just flashes to black and goes 21 months later.
That's almost 2 years, but don't blame the pandemic.
No. Here's why. So you can't play basketball in New Jersey for 9 months out of the year. It's like you get 3 months. You get a 3-month window pretty much for nice weather. So I played in
get arrested in November.
I played in September 2019. So then once September ends, wake me up.
Yo, why did you start singing it at the end?
I love this.
So once September ends.
but you even with, I don't think you meant to do that. You're when September ends.
So there's a song by The Happenings from 1957, "See You in September," which is a great song. Do you know that song? I'll see you in September or lose you to a
exactly how I imagined it in my head.
I know that song.
Very 20s.
So I played September 2019, and once September or October hits, that's when fat season begins. I stopped doing anything active and just fatten up. I don't even want to say bulk. I just fatten up for football season. Just beer, wings, pizza, fried dough.
You make it seem like you play football. Yeah. I woke up fat for football.
I gotta put all my bulk on.
Just to watch 12 hours of football
and yell at these athletes for being a bum.
So
how much? Hold on. How much girth would you say you gain in the wintertime?
I would say I probably put on, if you average the past 6 years, from October to March, I probably put on per year 17 to 20 pounds.
Holy fucking shit!
But then I literally, and I'm not kidding, I lose it all from June to September. It's wild.
Are you doing this though? Are you doing this where it's like wintertime? And then summer comes. But wintertime and then summer comes. Wintertime.
Yes. Yeah. It's a fluctuation. That's how I work. That's how I live my life. I fluctuate.
All right.
Yeah.
But he's saying, you're going downhill slow.
Oh yeah, yes. So I have to start. When I turned 30, I realized it doesn't work as well as it did. So I really have to watch more what I eat during the winter.
What was the heaviest you've ever been?
Well, guess.
There's no way.
245.
No, come on.
I have no idea.
I'm saying 213.
217. I got home from a trip in Orlando in 2019, and I noticed
it was a dark winter's day.
It was a dark winter because I noticed my shirts were getting to. That's how you know. I never really weighed myself too much, but you can just tell when shirts get tighter and the XL.
I have a friend who doesn't know that.
Right, yeah, we both know. So like you notice, and then you're like, oh boy, like this is bad, and you like. I have a body that's like when you could tell, man. Like it just hangs and it's
Wonderland.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. It's like Nickelodeon gack. It's fucking horrible, man. So
That's such a great
Yeah.
fucking comparison.
That's it, though.
A 7-Eleven slushie that's just overflowing.
Yeah, it's bad. So like XLs are my size, and they've always been. Nice Ellery shirt here, XL. So XL is my size, and when the XLs get small, it's like, all right, I'd never want to buy the double XL. It's just like that's like where I draw the line. So I weighed myself, and I was like 217. I go, holy fuck! Now at that point, I was usually between 185 and 190 from like 28. Actually, from when I met my wife. From when I was 22 to 31, I was 180 to 185. Like, they just stayed because I played basketball all summer. I never really gained weight. Then I turned 30, 32, and I weighed myself. I was 217. And I go, what the fuck? Like, you just don't notice. Like, you guys have never been through it because you're fairly in shape. Like, you just don't notice. And you're like, oh, my God, this has to stop. So, like, it stopped. And then I went to just – I got down to 188, and I was like, all right, this is great. I could do this every year. Then COVID hit. So I was like, if you go back to the first episodes, I'm like thinner in the neck area because it's April, it's May, and then like the winter came. The winter was coming. Yeah. So I didn't play all last year because of COVID. So now you're looking at September to September. That's a year. Obviously 6 months. So at this point it was 16 months or something. Wait, my math's off. 3, 6, year 12, 6, 18 months we're at. We're at 18 months in March, and I had just been vaccinated. I hadn't played. I had my mask on at the courts, and Diana is shaving or cutting my hair outside because she learned how to cut hair during the pandemic, which saves me $17 a month. So
He's still
pretty good, right? Not
Minimalist G-man.
Yeah. So she's outside, and I swear to God, it was like one of those nice March days you rarely get. It was a Friday, and I'm like, I should go shoot around. And she's like, okay, go. And then it got windy out, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go shoot around. So then she's done cutting my hair, and I go, you know what? It's going to rain all weekend. I'm going to go shoot around. And she's like, are you sure? I go, yeah. So I go to the courts. There's a game going on, and they have 7 people. And my one friend, Christoph, he's like, yo, where have you been, like, for all these years, the year and a half? I go, yeah, I took a year off. Yeah. So they go, yo, you playing this year? They thought I retired. They were like, did you hang it up? I go, no. So I'll be back.
We heard you got back.
Don't worry.
Yeah, so he goes, yo, we need one more. Like, and I was like, all right, I'm vaccinated. Let's play. Like, I'm in. This is the
always how
first
it
time.
happens.
And it's a windy day, and anyone who knows me knows I am a sniper, just shooter. Like, that is, I'm Ray Allen. If Ray Allen was white and did not make the NBA.
Just for everyone, anyone who's watching this, he's describing himself. Just remember that.
Yes, I am Ray Allen. So
nobody told him any of this.
Nothing. Yeah. So this is all, I made all this up myself. So my job is to run around the 3-point line. They get picks, and I hit threes. You know, that's just my job. It is what it is. I spread the floor. I'm a white guy. Spread the floor. That's what I do. You drive, you elude the double team, and you kick it out to me. That's what we do. And sometimes we make it, sometimes it don't. 33% from the 3-point line, which is pretty good. So
you should be a coach. I'm ready to ball right now. Let's do that.
Yeah, right?
Well, let me get to what happened. Then we'll see if you're ready. So the worst part about all this was I'm standing on the 3-point line before the game starts, and there's a kid who I played with before. He's covering me, and he goes to this kid I've never played with before. He goes, nah, I can't cover him. I can't cover him. So the kid who I've never played with before looks at me like, I'll cover him. Who the fuck's this kid? And like, I'm like, all right, this kid has no idea. So the first shot of the game my teammate has, he airballs, and I run as fast as I could and go up for the rebound. I don't get the rebound. As I land, my knee pops on the first play twice. My knee pops twice. Meanwhile, the kid's looking at me, who's covering me like this kid ain't shit.
Ali's going to his friend. You can't cover him.
Yeah. So it's just equally embarrassing. So I heard 2 pops, and I'm like, like I said, I've never been injured before, so I know when it's bad. Like, you sprain your ankles, you, like, twisted your whatever, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And my first thought at this age was, I'm sure you've all been there, like, I got to go to work. Like, I can't miss work. Like, that's my first thought. Oh, my God, like, this better not be bad. So I went, my friend I saw roller skating down the road. This is true story. He was roller skating at that time down the road, and he curved into the court, so I waved him down. I was like, Greg, can you go get me ice from Walgreens? And he looks at his roller skates. He goes, they're not going to let me in these. So I go, you can borrow my sandals. And he just goes, no. So nice enough, this guy, he got in his car, drove to his house, and went and got me ice. Very nice dude. I'll always remember that. And I go get an MRI, go get a CAT scan, all this stuff. And they say, like, there's loose bones floating around in my knee, like around the patella. Well, first of all, I called Brian. I was like, listen, I've never been injured. You're like, health. What could this be?
Dr. Brian. I don't know. Go to the doctor, you idiot.
What could this be?
I pointed him in the right direction.
Yeah. Those big blue signs with an H. Go towards that way.
So he's like,
Wrap it up. Get back out there.
yeah, you'll be fine.
Shoot him with steroids.
So we did the MRI, the CAT scan. So like 3 weeks later, we're done with all like the treatment. The swelling went down a little, but he said there's just loose bones floating around. He goes, it might heal on its own. It might not. I could go in and clean it out with like a 45-minute surgery. Never had surgery before. So I go, okay, let's just get it done. Might as well, right? Horrible mistake. I hated surgery. I hated the aftermath. On Monday through Wednesday.
Were you knocked out for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's funny, though, because they had to take your weight and stuff. And the lady goes, what's your weight? And I go, hey, 205. And then she goes, all right, you need to take your ring off. You need jewelry off. So I can't get it off my finger because it's too fat. And I tell her, I go, you might want to write down 220 on this. So then I get out, and I was walking on crutches. I was fine Monday through Wednesday. And then Thursday at like 12 noon, I started to like sweat. I started to get sick. We did a show down here with one of the shark guys. I went upstairs. I passed out. For the next 5 nights, I didn't sleep through the night. I woke up every hour in a cold sweat and had to change my fucking clothes. It was horrible. And I don't know what it was. Horrible. They said that it could have been a side effect from the painkiller I was on. And I've never been on painkillers before,
What'd they give you?
know. Oxycodone, not cotton, oxycodone. So, like, I don't know what it was. They were like, take it.
You're so not street. Oxycodone.
Well, because people would think Oxycontin if I said Oxy. So, like, I made it clear.
Well, hold on. Was it oxycodone?
I don't know. Something. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think they gave you oxycodone, which is oxy.
Okay. Well,
but it was probably for you. They probably gave you like 30 milligrams.
I don't know. All I know is that it said take. See, I made the mistake of taking it as prescribed every 4 hours, where people I talked to said I should have just taken it when I was in pain. So, like, there was times I wasn't in pain, but I was going as coordinated with the bottle every 4 hours.
You shouldn't have done that at all.
That was stupid. So
that's probably what made you sick.
I was taking 5 pills a day because it was every 4 hours or something.
How did you feel? How did you feel when you took the pills?
No effects. I wasn't like drowsy. It just like I didn't feel that much of a difference. It wasn't like, whoa, the pain's gone. I didn't feel that.
Like you didn't feel like, all right, let me ask you this. Did you, like, when you laid back after you took the pill, let's say like 10, 15 minutes go by, you didn't feel like a low, like, humming in your body at all?
Nothing. No. It felt like nothing. I had no effect, no side effects except the sweating. But they told me, too, that could have been 3 days after because I texted, I think we did, like, one of the Sharp Bet shows, and Ellie was on it. And Ellie texted me, like, a day later about the show. And I texted her. I go, I know, like, you're a health nut. Can you explain why the fuck I have chills right now? And she said the anesthesia might have wore off. Like, it could have taken up to two or 3 days to wear off. And that's, but that
it was definitely the pain pills that made you sick. They
And
fuck your stomach up.
She also said too, I was doing too much. Like I really wasn't resting. Like I do the show down here. I did 2 shows, so I was walking down the steps on crutches with my fucking leg,
You probably
lifting.
shouldn't have moved for days.
I was lifting the computer up and down the steps, editing the episode. So it was brutal, man. And then finally, I went to the doctor a week later, and he drained my knee, which was awesome. It felt great because there's just so much fluid there. And I got mad. I was like, yo, like, why can't I fucking move? And he goes, Scott, you had surgery 6 days ago. Like, chill out. You're not going to wake up one day and just be fine. But I wanted to get back and play. So, like, finally I did. I played Saturday with a knee brace on, and I had 1 compressor sleeve, so I'm back out there. So I'm canceling my physical therapy because I feel if I could play full court basketball, I don't need any more physical therapy.
So all the kids are like, I'll cover him.
Well, that's what's happening, and I'm a defensive liability.
Let's timestamp this moment in time. Remember this.
I don't need physical. I am healthy. So yeah, that's what's happening. I have to like go into the game and be like, I'm a defensive liability. So I'm sorry, and if I lose them 2 games, I just stop playing because I was out there today, and the one kid just kept driving past me, and I was like, sorry guys, I'm not there yet. But the problem is they talk shit, and they know I have a fucking leg injury, and it's like
that's what you get.
If I was healthy, like I could cover you, but I can't.
All these years, this is what you get.
I never
Ray Allen's injured.
I never talked shit playing basketball. I never ran my mouth. Actually, was not a shit talker.
Yeah, I know. Not while playing, just immediately after and any time prior.
Yeah. You walked on the court. You guys see that game?
Yeah.
We played.
Yeah, we played it. So have you guys ever been in that situation? Have you ever had surgery that you were just like, this sucks, this is painful as shit? Or like, what injuries have you had?
Pre-skin cancer, I've gotten a bunch of shit removed, and I got like my scars are like this big on my back. But one of them, they actually they have to dig deep. It's like 3 inches. It's your skin, your muscle, and your fat, and it looks like a candy corn. It's disgusting.
Oh.
And I had
Did you eat it? Did you eat it?
Yeah, I was like, it tastes different. No, so like I started.
You use it as a burrito?
I'm like trick or treat, just my fucking back.
This guy gave me 1 candy corn.
Dripping blood. But it's stuck. It's stuck because I have like a office job always, and then I had internal stitches and external stitches, and it was my first day, and they're like, okay, go get involved like with the inventory and like kind of learn it and stuff. I was like, okay. So I go, and they go, all right, we need to move these boxes to the top shelf. And I literally couldn't like move this. Like I had internal stitches where it felt like somebody with a knife was just slightly just stabbing you every time I moved. So I was with all these guys, and like I'm the smallest one, obviously. So I can't be like, I can't do it. But I was like, I got all these stitches, I can do it. I'm like ripping it up, I'm bleeding and shit. Like it was so fucked up. It hurt. I was like throwing this shit up there. It was so shit.
Didn't you have like an armpit cyst too?
Oh yeah, that was weird. I don't know what that. Yeah, I just woke up one day and I couldn't move my arm. I was just feeling
yeah, I remember that.
It was. I don't have anything. It was like the size of a walnut, just like right here. And I was just like, what the fuck? So I couldn't do anything. And I had like and then I worked at the moving company then. So I couldn't move my arm. And I'm like moving couches in Manhattan, and they didn't have elevators. And we're going like 8 stories down, and I'm just sitting there. And this one guy was a drug addict. He got fired. He was a drug addict, and he was sweating bullets, and it was like 7 a.m. We're moving couches, and he's just like, and he's popping pills and shit. So I'm all fucked up, and we're trying to move this couch, and he tripped one day and tried to sue the guy. He goes, I tripped, I'm going to sue. And the guy goes, that's public property. He goes, all right, I'm fine. And he leaves. This guy was such an asshole. Anyway, so yeah, so that sucked too. And I went to the doctor. I was like, can you drain this? I go, yeah. So they cut it open. I was awake, whatever. And he goes, this is too hard. This is like a rock. So he had to get a little saw and try to break it up. And I feel him just going,
oh my God.
Right? So he got a little bit out. And he goes, so there's going to be some drainage. There's a lot left. It's going to break up. I said, okay. So I think we went to like the Morel house at Rutgers, like all those girls' house. And I went there with Chiz and Gary. And they're like, let me see it. And I just put my arm up. And as I put my arm up, it's just oozing. So Chiz is like She's just like throwing up, and I was just like had wetness. I'm just walking around this party like it's fucking gross.
Did you show any girls?
Yeah, they're all doing party tricks. I'm like, look at me, beer pong.
Anyone need a ping pong ball?
That's when me and Gary and Chiz thought we got roofied. Actually, that was a fucking weird night. We don't remember drinking anything, and we all blacked out. We had like one drink.
Brian,
I don't want to roofie us three, but
this kid's so hot with his armpit.
yeah, ooh, I got to roofie that guy. Take care of him.
Bro, you hurt your foot once, right?
My foot? No,
Yeah.
what was it? Freshman year of high school. We were playing Immaculata. And I was coincidentally our running back and our field goal kicker. So prior to the game, because stretching is so important and you just completely just don't give a fuck about it. When you do the bullshit stretches in the lines. But I'm kicking field goals before the game. It's like 5 minutes before the game. And I feel like a weird, like sharp pain in my hip. So I go down, I do like the hip flexor stretch or whatever. And I'm like, whatever, it'll be fine. I kick one more. It still fucking hurts. And I'm like, whatever, not a big deal.
Why were you practicing field goals? You never attempted field goals.
I did actually in a game. I hit 2.
Yeah, all right. You probably went right.
I fucking did. I hit a 34-yard field goal. I swear to God.
All right, go on. Can't wait till you get hurt now.
So, I think we got the ball first, and the very first play was like it was like a fucking sweep play or whatever, but I think Keith was quarterback, and I was running back. So just the play, it was like simple, just like a sweep around the end. So like the tight end would line up and crack down on the linebacker, and then Hall was the receiver on the outside, and he would go take the corner and pull him in, and I would just have to beat the safety pretty much. And the safety, I think the safety was like fucking I almost think it was Justin. So immediately right there, I was like, oh, he's slow as shit. I could fucking beat him easily, right? So Keith snaps the ball. I start to go outside, and I get the pitch from him. And as I go and I turn my head and I look, and I see Hall crack down on the corner. Tight end goes out perfectly, and I'm like, oh, I have a wide open field, like literally nobody. And I go and I plant my back foot, my right foot, and I go to turn up the field to go. And I just felt like, like when a rubber band breaks?
Yeah.
I felt like 100 rubber bands just broke in my leg. And it felt like the rush of blood that I got from it, it felt like somebody had a blowtorch on my hip. And like I could feel the blood.
Your hip or your leg?
In my hip. Because what I did, I tore my hip flexor, which is a big muscle. So what happened was it got detached from the bone. And that made my leg just go completely limp. So like it was the weirdest feeling.
How much did that hurt? Like how?
You know what happened? You know what the thing was? It happened so fast because it was like literally a split second.
Yeah.
Like I planted, I turned, I went upfield, it snapped. By the time I realized it snapped was because I was thinking, run, move your leg, and I could not physically move my leg. So you're immediately terrified. Like, did I just break my leg? Like, what the fuck is wrong? I can't even lift it up. So then I turn and everybody's fucking crashing in on me, and I get a fucking sandwich, and my leg gets twisted back behind me. Now that fucking hurts so much because the whole muscle is fucking torn, and they're just ripping.
Were you yelling, "Get off! Get off!"
Nah, I don't think I yelled "get off." Like I was able to roll out of it. Like I had every ounce of strength just to roll the fuck out. And then I couldn't walk. They came out, and then they had to bring the fucking ambulance. I had to get fucking carted off. And the funny thing about that was the first time my mom ever saw me play football. She didn't want to go to games because she didn't want to see me get hit or get hurt. And that was literally the absolute worst injury I ever had in football.
That sucks.
But then we had to go back. They took me to Somerset Hospital, and I remember they had to cut my like pants off, like with the pads and everything.
Right.
I was literally in the full fucking uniform, so they had to cut that off.
He had his helmet on still.
One of the most painful fucking things was they had to take X-rays because they weren't sure if I broke my hip. So I had to lay down flat, and like when you lay down flat, it pulls the muscle. So like it's incredibly fucking painful. And like I had to like lean up. Like you don't realize how much you use your hips until you can't fucking use one.
Right.
Like just to like roll over to the side, like it's literally in your hip. And when you're trying to do it, you feel your body like pulling and just ripping it more. It's just so fucking painful.
I would have loved if you had entered a hula hooping competition.
And that's how he did it?
No, he couldn't do it anymore.
Or I think it'd be funny if that's how he heard it.
Yeah, he's just
fly in the air and roll.
He's just lying to us how it happened. It was really a hula hoop.
Football accident, and everyone's like, "You're at a hula."
No, my dad was actually videoing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he videoed the whole thing. Like he was literally almost on the field, and he sees me turn. The worst thing is like you see when it happens. Like that's why I said like it was like 3 seconds long, but to me it felt like a fucking lifetime. Like all the things that happened, but it was like 2.5 seconds, and I was just snap, oh fuck, smash, can't get up.
Help! I got my wisdom teeth pulled when I was a senior in high school, and I was all drugged up. And then I had to go to CVS, and it was a snow day. There was snow everywhere, and we're in CVS and wait for my prescription, and my face is still numb, so blood's coming out of my face. And my mom just kind of hits me, and she's like, "Go outside, just go outside and like spit it out somewhere." So I sprint outside, and I spit blood all over the white snow. And I'm out of it. This is like right after surgery. And a police officer walks over. There was a car accident in the parking lot of CVS. And he looks over, and there's just some kid with blood all over him. Doesn't know what's going on. What are you doing? What's your name? I'm like, like this kid's so like my mom's like in there doing everything, and she's there. I'm like talking to the cops. There's blood everywhere. They're like, we're gonna take him in. My mom's like, no. Yeah, they beat me. No, my mom's like, no, he just got his wisdom teeth taken out. That was funny.
You want to hear something twisted I did to my brother when he had his wisdom teeth taken out? He couldn't move, and like obviously it hurts to laugh. So my brother was laying on the couch after, and I got home from school, I believe, and I went and I found a DVD of America's Funniest Home Videos, and I put it on while he was sitting there because I knew he'd laugh. It was fucking twisted.
Could have just left the room.
I'll tell you, and I remember like he was looking, just like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" Oh, really horrible.
Yeah.